To work out the simple interest for a year, all you have to do is multiply your debt at the start of the year by the yearly interest rate. In this lesson, we're going to show you how to do this using a spreadsheet. The first thing we need to do is enter the inputs. To work out the interest for a year, we need to know your debt at the start of the year and the yearly interest rate. These are our inputs. So we'll start off by entering the labels for the inputs. So type debt, start year into cell B2 and interest rate into cell B3. It's important to have clear labels in your spreadsheet. If you do this, then it's easy for anyone looking at the spreadsheet to understand what's going on. You can see that the labels are bigger than the cells, so let's make column B a bit wider so that everything fits in. Next, we'll enter the inputs into the cells next to the labels, so £1,000, your debt at the start of the year, goes into C2, and 20%, the interest rate, goes into C3. Now that the inputs are done, we can move on to the outputs. Our output, which is the thing we want to work out, is the simple interest for 1 year. So first off, let's add in the label interest into cell B4. To work out a sum using a spreadsheet, all you have to do is type in the equals sign and then type in the sum. For example, if we type in equals 1 plus 1 and press enter, the spreadsheet will calculate the answer, 2, and display it in the cell where we entered the sum. So, to work out the interest, we need to select cell C4 and type in equals C2 star C3. In a spreadsheet, the star is the multiplication sign, so what this does is multiplies cell C2, your debt at the start of the year, by cell C3, which contains the interest rate. When we hit return, the cell should display £200, which is the simple interest for a year when you borrow £1,000 at a 20% interest rate. If you click back on C4, you can see your sum, C2 times C3, in the formula bar. When you're using a spreadsheet, the word formula is also used to mean a sum. Next, we're going to work out your debt at the end of the year. To do this, we have to add the interest back onto your debt at the start of the year. So, if we type equals C2 plus C4 and hit return, we get £1,200, which is your debt at the end of the year. The really clever thing about a spreadsheet is that we can change the inputs and the spreadsheet will automatically update the outputs. So, if we change the interest rate to 350%, you can see that the interest increases to £3,500 and your debt at the end of the year increases to £4,500. And if the interest rate is 3%, then the interest for the year is only £30. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. In the next lesson, we're going to look at compound interest. This is when interest is added over and over again. We'll be using the same spreadsheet for this, so please make sure you save your work before shutting down.